Somewhere this morning, someone over 60 struggled to stand up from a chair. They blamed old age. They never imagined breakfast could be making it worse. And if you're over 60, there's a good chance you're eating the exact same mistake right now without knowing it. Have you noticed that your body feels increasingly tired day after day, even though you take your vitamins, walk daily, and try your best to eat healthy? Do you ever feel a sudden weakness in your hand grip when trying to open a jar, or a strange heaviness in your legs when climbing just a few stairs? It's not just normal aging, no matter what people tell you. What you might be experiencing has a name: anabolic resistance, closely tied to sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and physical strength that becomes common in seniors over 60. Think of it like a leaking water tank. No matter how much protein you pour in, aging muscle cells become less efficient at absorbing it and turning it into living tissue. Cleveland Clinic and Harvard Health both note that muscle mass can decline by roughly 3 to 8% per decade, a process that speeds up after age 60. Most people don't notice it happening until everyday things, opening a jar, climbing a curb, standing up from the couch, suddenly become harder. And once that muscle is lost, rebuilding it becomes a lot harder than preventing the loss in the first place, which is exactly why catching this early matters. In this video, I'll walk through 5 breakfast mistakes that quietly speed up muscle loss. Habits you're probably eating every day thinking they're practical or healthy, but that may actually be working against your muscles. Then I'll give you 5 powerful foods to add to your breakfast starting tomorrow morning that may help rebuild strength instead. And the 5th food on the rebuilding list has been a staple of traditional Okinawan diets for generations. Okinawa being one of the regions in the world with the highest number of active, healthy people living well into their 90s and beyond. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple, practical plan for what to do, not just a list of foods to remember. Before we begin, let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? How old are you? And what's the biggest muscle or joint struggle you face daily? I read and reply to every comment. Let's begin. Ever wonder what's happening inside your muscle fibers while you sleep at night? It's a constant back and forth between 2 processes: muscle protein breakdown and muscle protein synthesis. During the night, your body enters a fasting state and begins breaking down some stored muscle protein to fuel your vital organs, like your brain and heart. By the time you wake up, your muscles are running a bit of a deficit. Here's what changes with age. When you were 20, almost any morning meal was enough to trigger muscle building. But after 60, your muscles often develop this anabolic resistance. They need a much stronger signal to switch into repair mode. Researchers who study muscle aging have found that older adults typically need close to 3 grams of leucine in a single meal, roughly the amount in 30 grams of protein, to fully switch that repair process on. Skip that signal at breakfast, and the muscle breakdown that started overnight just continues through the morning. Here's a simple test. Think about what you ate this morning. If it had less protein than 2 eggs, there's a good chance you never reached the signal your muscles were waiting for. Let's get into the 5 habits that could be working against you. Habit number 1, refined carbs alone, white bread, plain toast. For millions of people over 60, 2 slices of white toast with butter or jam is the ultimate quick and easy morning staple. Here's the real problem. It isn't the bread itself. It's eating bread without enough protein alongside it. The moment refined white flour hits your digestive system, it breaks down into glucose fast and floods your bloodstream within minutes. Your pancreas responds with a surge of insulin to bring that sugar back down. With 0 protein in the meal, that insulin spike isn't paired with the amino acids your muscles need to rebuild. And when blood sugar crashes shortly after, a pattern known as reactive hypoglycemia, your body often responds with a rise in cortisol, a stress hormone. Cortisol's job during a blood sugar crash is to find emergency energy fast, and it can do that partly by breaking down muscle protein and converting it to glucose in your liver. Margaret is a 62-year-old retired clerk who struggled with classic sarcopenia symptoms. She couldn't get up from her armchair without pushing off with both arms, felt unsteady on stairs, and was constantly fatigued despite getting 8 hours of sleep. Her routine every single morning for years was 2 slices of toasted white bread with butter. She thought it was a light, sensible choice. Once she started adding 2 eggs alongside that same toast, she began noticing real progress within about 2 weeks, more energy, steadier legs, and a sense that she'd gotten some of her strength back. Instead, try this tomorrow. Keep the toast if you love it, but make it whole grain and add 2 eggs or a scoop of cottage cheese alongside it. But if you think coffee is the safer choice, the next one may surprise you. Habit number 2, coffee on an empty stomach. Reaching for a hot cup of coffee before eating anything is one of the most widespread habits among older adults. Coffee itself isn't the enemy, the timing might be. Caffeine on an empty stomach is well known to raise cortisol, and consistently elevated cortisol is generally linked to more muscle breakdown over time. I want to be honest with you here. The research connecting coffee timing specifically to muscle loss isn't as strong or direct as some of the other habits on this list. It's a newer, less settled area. But it's an easy, low-cost thing to test for yourself, so it's worth mentioning. James, a 62-year-old security guard, worked long night shifts to support his family. Exhausted and rushed, he relied on 4 to 5 cups of black coffee every morning, always on an empty stomach because he never made time to eat. Over time, he developed real muscle weakness, struggled to lift equipment at work, and felt breathless after short walks. After he started eating a small protein breakfast before his coffee instead of after, his strength gradually came back. The next mistake doesn't happen in your cup. It happens on your plate. And there's one more mistake almost nobody talks about, and it's probably more important than everything we've covered so far. It isn't a food at all. We'll get to it near the end. Habit number 3, sugary pastries and syrup-heavy pancakes, especially commercial, frozen ones. Many people over 60 enjoy a morning treat of pancakes covered in syrup or a grab-and-go breakfast pastry. These often combine added sugar and sodium in a way that may affect the small blood vessels, the capillaries, that deliver oxygen and amino acids to your muscles. Picture trying to water a garden through a kinked hose. That's roughly what can happen to those tiny vessels right after eating a sugar and sodium-heavy breakfast, exactly when your muscles need supply the most after an overnight fast. Robert, a 65-year-old retired auto mechanic who'd always taken pride in his physical strength, noticed he could no longer hold heavy wrenches without his hands shaking. His staple breakfast for over a decade had been pancakes with artificial syrup. After swapping that habit out, his hand tremors eased, and he got back to working on classic cars with steadier hands. Instead, try this tomorrow. If you love pancakes, make them oat-based and top them with Greek yogurt and berries instead of syrup. Habit number 4, sugary breakfast cereals and fruit juice on their own. A bowl of sweetened cereal or a glass of juice, with nothing else, follows the same pattern as plain white toast. A quick sugar spike, no protein to balance it, and the same missed opportunity to trigger muscle repair, no matter how fortified with vitamins the box claims to be. Martha, a 70-year-old former high school track coach, relied on cereal and juice for breakfast for years and became increasingly unsteady on her feet despite her athletic background. Once she started adding eggs or a scoop of yogurt to that same breakfast, her balance and confidence on daily walks noticeably improved. Instead, try this tomorrow. Keep your cereal or juice if you like it, but add a couple of boiled eggs or a scoop of plain Greek yogurt alongside it. The 5th one is probably sitting in your kitchen right now, and most people would never guess it belongs on this list. Habit number 5, non-dairy powdered creamers. A lot of people add powdered creamer to their coffee or tea without a second thought. Here's the thing. These creamers usually contain no actual dairy. They're built from hydrogenated oils, artificial emulsifiers, and phosphate additives. There's real research showing that regularly consuming a lot of these phosphate additives can throw off your body's calcium balance over time. Calcium and magnesium are both minerals your muscles rely on for normal contraction and recovery, so keeping that balance steady matters. Though I'll note the direct link specifically to muscle function is less firmly established than the calcium research itself. George, a 72-year-old retired postal worker, added 2 spoonfuls of powdered creamer to his coffee every morning for years without a second thought. After swapping it for a splash of real milk, he noticed less of that afternoon heaviness in his legs within a few weeks. Instead, try this tomorrow. Swap the powdered creamer for a splash of real milk or unsweetened plant milk. Remember Margaret, who couldn't get up from her chair. James, who was breathless climbing stairs. Robert, whose hands shook holding a wrench. Martha, unsteady on her own daily walks. George, feeling that heaviness in his legs by afternoon. Every one of them turned things around by replacing one of these 5 habits. Now that you know what may be working against you, let's talk about what may actually help you rebuild. Rebuilding food, number 1. Cottage cheese or ricotta. A cup of cottage cheese delivers a mix of slow-digesting casein and fast-acting whey protein, and it naturally comes close to that 3-gram leucine mark we talked about earlier. Part of why some researchers consider it one of the more efficient everyday foods for triggering muscle repair in older adults. Because casein digests slowly, it can keep feeding your muscles amino acids for hours after breakfast. Eggs, Greek yogurt, and whey protein can get you to that same leucine target too. Cottage cheese is just one easy option, not the only one. Most experts now suggest many healthy older adults aim for roughly 25 to 35 grams of protein per meal, depending on size, activity level, and any medical conditions. In practice, that's about 2 eggs plus a cup of cottage cheese or a serving of Greek yogurt alongside some smoked salmon. If you have kidney disease or another condition that requires a specific diet, check with your doctor or a dietitian about the right amount for you. How to enjoy it. Eat a cup of low-salt, full-fat cottage cheese or fresh ricotta. Add a teaspoon of olive oil and a sprinkle of walnuts. The healthy fat slows digestion further and helps your body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Rebuilding food number 2. Oily fish, wild salmon, sardines, mackerel. Fish for breakfast may sound unusual in Western routines, but it's a long-standing habit in places like Japan and parts of Scandinavia, regions known for healthy aging. Oily fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Researchers at Washington University found in a controlled study that omega-3 supplementation increased the rate of muscle protein synthesis in older adults, one of the more solid pieces of evidence on this list. Wild salmon also provides complete, highly usable protein, along with natural vitamin D3. Vitamin D deficiency becomes increasingly common after 60, especially with less time spent outdoors, and it plays a real role in how your muscles function, worth asking your doctor to check your levels. How to enjoy it. 3 ounces of smoked salmon, poached salmon, or drained sardines alongside a scrambled egg, or mixed into a morning vegetable omelet. Rebuilding food. Number 3. Steamed leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. Leafy greens aren't just for dinner salads. They're loaded with naturally occurring dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a powerful natural vasodilator that helps open up the microscopic capillary networks supplying your muscles, improving blood flow, oxygen delivery, and nutrient uptake. Harvard Health has reported on a large study that followed people for over a decade and found that those eating more nitrate-rich vegetables, mostly leafy greens, ended up with stronger leg muscles and faster walking speed than those eating less. How to enjoy it. Lightly steam a large handful of fresh spinach or kale for about 60 seconds, or saute briefly in olive oil and serve it alongside your morning eggs or cottage cheese. Rebuilding food number 4. Chia seeds and hemp hearts. These small seeds pack an unusual ratio of magnesium, zinc, and alpha-linolenic acid. Magnesium helps your muscle cells produce cellular energy, while zinc plays a role in activating the repair processes that rebuild micro-tears in muscle fibers after everyday wear and tear. How to enjoy it? Soak a tablespoon of chia seeds and a tablespoon of hemp hearts in water or almond milk for about 10 minutes, then stir them directly into your cottage cheese or yogurt bowl. Rebuilding food number 5. Tofu and edamame, the Okinawan staple. We've arrived at the 5th food, a staple of traditional Okinawan diets for generations, the region famous for having one of the highest concentrations of active, healthy centenarians on Earth. Tofu and edamame are unique because they provide a complete plant protein containing all the essential amino acids, along with plant compounds called isoflavones, which may help calm some of the inflammation that can interfere with muscle repair as we age. How to enjoy it? A bowl of steamed edamame sprinkled with sea salt, or scrambled organic firm tofu in a skillet with turmeric and spinach for a simple anti-inflammatory morning meal. Here's the biggest myth worth clearing up before we move on. You don't need expensive protein powders or supplements. Most people can get enough high-quality protein from ordinary foods if breakfast is planned with a little intention. Now here's the biggest mistake people make, even after fixing their breakfast completely: assuming food alone is enough. It isn't. Even if you eat the perfect breakfast, if your muscles never get a reason to stay, your body won't keep them. Without some kind of resistance on your muscles, even light resistance, you don't get the full signal to rebuild. And here's the thing. The goal isn't becoming a bodybuilder. It's staying strong enough to carry your own groceries, climb a flight of stairs, and get out of a chair without asking anyone for help. Chair squats, wall push-ups, or a resistance band for a few minutes 2 or 3 times a week can make a real difference alongside a better breakfast. Even a short walk right after eating helps your body put that morning protein to use. So if you remember nothing else from this video, remember these 3 rules. Rule 1. Aim for roughly 25 to 35 grams of protein at breakfast. In practice, that's about 2 eggs plus a cup of cottage cheese or a serving of Greek yogurt alongside some smoked salmon. Rule 2. Make sure some of that protein is leucine-rich. Eggs, cottage cheese, or fish are all good options. Rule 3. Move your muscles within about 30 minutes of eating, even if it's just a short walk or a few chair squats. You can follow these 3 rules, even on days you don't have any of the specific foods we talked about today. How do you know it's actually working? Some people notice a few small signs within a couple of weeks of sticking with this. A slightly stronger grip, a little more ease going upstairs, getting up from a chair without pushing off, steadier balance, or less of that afternoon slump. Everyone's timeline is different, but those are the kinds of small wins worth paying attention to. Quick recap before we wrap up. Here's tomorrow morning's plate: eggs, cottage cheese, whole grain toast, spinach, a little olive oil, and coffee after food, not before. Cut back on plain white toast alone, sugary pastries, cereal or juice without any protein, coffee on an empty stomach, and powdered creamers. I know some people will watch this video and go right back to what's easy and comfortable. The same white toast, the same coffee on an empty stomach, the same syrupy pancakes, because change feels hard. But not you, right? You're here because you value your health, your independence, and your freedom. You deserve to spend these years feeling strong and capable, not held back by muscle weakness or the fear of falling. Tomorrow morning, change just one thing on your breakfast plate. Come back in 2 weeks and tell me in the comments if getting out of a chair feels a little easier, if the stairs feel a little less heavy. I'd genuinely like to know. If this gave you a clearer plan for tomorrow morning, hit that subscribe button. It's free, it takes 1 second, and it helps this reach more people who need it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.